Hello and howdy everyone. I'm here to talk about the new Noah Baumbach film, Frances Ha. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give it a strong 9. It's definitely one of the better films I've seen this year. I'm a big fan of Noah Baumbach. Actually, I haven't seen any of his work pre Squid and the Whale, but Squid and the Whale was my film of the year it came out. I think it's one of the better films of the last 10 years or of its decade. I just thought it was a tremendous work of art, and because Noah Baumbach gave me the Squid and the Whale, I feel like I owe it to him to see his career, from now on. And I do have, I can't remember the films that came out before Squid and the Whale, but I know I need to check them out. Greenberg was okay. I believe Greenberg is one of the first films I have here on Hefty Reviews. Maybe not, but I would give Greenberg, maybe a 6. I can't remember. I didn't love it. I don't even know if I cared for it. I may have enjoyed it, but I saw it in the theater, but I haven't seen it since. Frances Ha was infinitely more enjoyable than Greenberg. It was effortless. It was breezy. It was light. It was inspirational. It was intelligent. It was witty. It was heartfelt. It was gorgeously shot. It's in black and white. It's a black and white film, and the cinematography is just beautiful. It's just beautiful. I don't even know what to say. It's just it was a great movie. I really loved it. Perhaps it's a little personal for me. I identified with it strongly. In a way I felt like it was speaking to me. The film is about, I guess she would be 20-somethings. I want to say 30-something, just so I can identify with it more. But I believe she was like a 20-something. Living in New York, a young lady, 20-somethings lady, Frances, just, struggling with life. It's a film about life. Not much happens, but yet a lot happens. It's that kind of film. It's basically, again, it's just about her trying to deal with life, searching for love, the inability to find love, or even not even love, a partner, a companion, struggling with career, what makes you happy, the search for happiness, basically, I think is a big theme of the film. It's very whimsical, it's very light and airy, but yet I feel that it deals with important topics. Maybe it doesn't offer any revelatory message, but that's fine. It doesn't have to. There is no great lesson of life. It just keeps on going on. And so I kind of thought, the film represented that. All the performances are really good. It's funny. It's not like knockdown, drag out hilarious, but it's got some big laughs, and those big laughs are earned because we care about the characters. We get to know and like the characters. Pretty much every character here, even if it's a small role, is very well written, fully fleshed out. I can't tell you really any of the names of the actors besides one, and that's the main star, Frances, is played by Greta Gerwig. She also co-wrote the film, and I believe also co-produced the film with Noah Baumbach. So she, is integral in creating this film. And I think that she definitely carries the film. I think she delivers a star-making performance. She was wonderful. Again, I am unfamiliar with her. I'm not sure where she's from. She's a dancer in the film. Frances is a dancer and a choreographer. Perhaps Greta is, very similar to that as a dancer choreographer who is breaking into acting. I guess I could have looked up her career, but I did not. I'm just not familiar with her. But now I will find it, pretty much impossible to forget her name. She's just fantastic. And I know, like the other lead actress, I guess that's kind of a big part of the film. A main theme of the film is friendship, particularly best friendship. Being so close to someone and, truly loving that person. Best friends, have a true love that is, rare. And it's special between best friends. And even as, their lives change, their needs and desires become different, it's about trying to maintain that friendship. And even though you can't find someone to quote-unquote be your partner, to walk, with you, you always have that best friend. And even though you may be far apart, and you may kind of turn into different people, that friendship will be there. It may not be the same, it may look different, but it will be there. And I think that's, a really good message. I was very inspired by the film. It reminded me a lot of of the works of Woody Allen. I think it's Noah Baumbach draws a lot of comparisons with Woody Allen, probably particularly because, he makes films in New York, and usually films about someone who is neurotic. So I think the comparison to Woody Allen is apt. Here, I was reminded a lot of Midnight in Paris. I think Woody Allen's one of the more successful films ever in his career. Not so much in terms of message or anything. Maybe a little bit. Midnight in Paris is focused more on nostalgia and dealing with the past. Where, I think Frances is kind of like that. But basically, the only thing that made me think of it is the feeling I got. I was uplifted. When I walked out of the theater, I was, elated. Just kind of floating on air, type of feeling. Just very inspired. Felt that that a movie could understand me, and was kind of just the right movie at the right time. Frances is a struggling artist with no money, very few true friends. To use the catchphrase of the film, if there is one, it's undateable. She is undateable. I deeply identify with all of those things. I get that. So I was, again, I felt like I was watching a movie that knew something about my existence, which I appreciated greatly. Film was gorgeously shot. Again, I mentioned it was black and white. The cinematography is just beautiful. I love black and white films. It's harder to get a gorgeously composed shot when you're dealing with black and white. You have to be a master cinematographer. And I couldn't tell you who the cinematographer was here, but just a fantastic job. Soundtrack was fantastic. Really good soundtrack. And mostly like source music. If there is a score here, perhaps there is, but the soundtrack was awesome. It had like old, like R&B and kind of soul music, but yet some like 70s David Bowie, like glam rock. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. The music was really good in the film. I usually stay and watch the credits to a film, but I definitely did here because I had to know some of the songs that were in the film. Definitely, I would say that the soundtrack of the year is "Gimme the Loot." Also, I'd still have to say that "Gimme the Loot" is probably still my film of the year so far. But Frances Ha is a close competitor, both for film of the year and soundtrack of the year. Maybe I'll see it again. I want to see it again. Definitely when it comes out on video, I will, check it out. If I have the time and the money, I will see this in the theater. I loved it. I love the film. Trying to think of why I'm not giving it that 10, and maybe just because, it falls under this genre, where it's so well written and it's so well, thought out and rehearsed that, the language sounds like music. It just is a musical language. And it's just, for me, in no way represents reality. Even with the best of my friends, I have never had a easygoing, smooth conversation, where we're just saying profound and hilarious and well thought out things just casually in conversation. And that happens. It's kind of like a Kevin Smith thing, where that's my only beef pretty much with Kevin Smith, at least with his early works, is that people don't talk like that. Not everyone is like genius level conversationalists. There's, unless it's played to comic effect, there's no like awkward silences in Frances Ha. Everyone's always got something to say. Everyone is very bourgeois and knows art and is well informed and reads, and just smart, and the dialogue never stops. And it just is. Everyone is saying something beautiful and wise, and it's followed by something beautiful and wise and hilarious. And it's just like, wow, it's amazing in terms of art and experience, but it's like, I've never had anything like that happen in my life, ever. Just like, even with the best of my friends, there's a lot of like awkward silence, and not awkward if you're friends, it's just silence, but it's just too good to be true. It's too good to be true. So if that's like the only negative I can think of, and that's that the writing is too good, and it's the acting is so good that it makes the excellent writing just feel so natural that it's just like, I've never seen anything like this in my life, in real life, with people talking. So that's like it. It just, and there are many, many films like that. It's just, a aspect of the independent film genre, where just everyone is talking brilliantly always. But I just love the film. Very well acted, very well shot, very well directed. Simply directed. I think this is more of a exercise in writing. Showing what the writer can do on the page, and because I guess there is some style here in terms of directing, but really I think just the camera behaves itself. Obviously the shots are beautifully composed and lit, but then it just takes a back seat to the writing and the beautiful performances. It's a tremendous film, I think, with something to say. It definitely spoke to me. I definitely felt like it understood something, especially about my life, which, I enjoyed. That's kind of why, you want to go to a movie, so you think something can reach out to you, and touch you, I don't really know what else to say, besides that I love the film. And Noah Baumbach continues to be a visionary voice, in film. And I think he makes good stuff. I think he's an important filmmaker. And Greta Gerwig is one to watch. I mean, from here on out, as far as I'm concerned, she has a career. She's probably made her career now. And she was just fantastic in this. And it's just very funny. It's more thoughtful and meaningful, but, again, there's just this savage wit that comes out. And there's some, like some knee slappers here, Like, it's not joke a minute, it's not laugh a minute, but every 10 minutes you will have a giant laugh, I feel. It was just really good. It was just really good. I guess I've said all I need to say. So that's Frances Ha, and I give it a solid 9. Definitely one of the better films I've seen this year so far. Thanks much.